All right. All right. Should be sunrise, right? Sunrise is in the east. Settles in the west. Maybe I should make some cloth gloves. Where'd the gloves go? I don't know where the gloves went. What's going on, Beaker? How's it going, friend? You know, I'm considering doing the gauntlet that you did, the GTA 5 Chaos mod. All right. I'm gonna try and complete it before GTA 6 comes out. But I'll definitely let you know when I plan to start. It'll probably be after this weekend. And mind you, I haven't actually completed the storyline of GTA 5, so it'll be basically almost like a blind GTA 5 playthrough. I've played probably like maybe 2 to 3 hours of the main story in GTA 5. When you did it, it was a lot of fun, like both for GTA and for the Red Dead. Both those were pretty fun. Although I think the GTA one, I think was funnier. Although the Red Dead one did have its moments. 2 to 3 hours is not much when 2 or 3 hours are spent restarting a mission because chat blows up your plane. Yeah. Have you do you like puzzle games? If you haven't tried Big Walk, it's a pretty fun game to play with your friends. Highly recommend it. There's so many good games to play right now. And here I am playing Daisy. Oh man. I want to play like more of the Dale and Dawson games too. But I'm also just biding my time until War Dogs comes out. There's a playtest this weekend and the NDA is finally lifted so I can stream it finally. For a second I thought I saw somebody in Blue going through the trees. Seen Hashima's. Is it Hashima or is it Hashima? Like how are you supposed to pronounce it? So Hashima? I forgot which one. I forgot which one I said second. Okay. Seen a lot more people. Did you guys update the map recently? I've seen a lot more people been playing it recently. And I thought you guys were killing the official server for it. Or did you guys change your mind? But the condition is a dev server? That's fair. I mean, I feel like you guys should run it like John McClane runs Deer Isle, basically keeping all the key to the mission files only to basically either people who pay a premium on Patreon or you know, people that you can explicitly trust not to basically data mine the info and spit it out. I'm gonna build it right up now. It's just loot, eco, and tier changes. Got it. Nothing from 2. When is 2.0 supposed to launch? You guys got a set date for that, or is it just kind of like up in the air? After Badlands. After everyone gets sick of looking for the one motorcycle that they try and do a trick on, and then they die, and then they never play Badlands ever again. Let people have a chance to hate it at least. I'm getting in early this time on the hate bandwagon. You know, I gave Bohemia the benefit of the doubt for Frostline and for Sakal. And then they basically just didn't do anything with has there been a major update to Sakal since they added the containers on the islands? Like it honestly started to feel like they had a good development cycle going. They had a roadmap, and then they were just like, well, about that, we don't have any. Yeah, no, exactly. Sakal had a few small updates, but no major updates. Like, if I'm mind you, if I'm running Daisy, the devs, like as the game studio, when you come out with something like a new map, I would expect you to have like another year, maybe a year and a half's worth of stuff on a roadmap for improvements for that map that come out, or any content that you push out. So that way, you know, people are more likely to keep playing it and stay invested into it versus just giving people the bare bones of a map and then calling it a day. What map is this? This is Deadfall. Oh, I think I see somebody. I think I saw somebody behind that tree on the road. I thought I did anyways. Maybe I was just seeing something. Damn it. I thought I was somebody. It's either that or they paused behind that tree. Be right back. All right. We got some fog going for us. Should make it harder for people to spot us. You ain't first,
you're last.
Oh, a friendly frog claiming first. Sneaking on in there. What's going on, frog? See if we get a bridge victim today. I updated PUBG, frog. So, for some reason, it's always like every time I feel like I have to update PUBG, it takes forever to update. You mean Fortnite G? You mean Sonic Fortnite? They're doing a Sonic collab with Fortnite now. Fast cars, explosion, loot, kills, hot action. Boom, tough acting, 10 acting. I'm always reminded of that commercial from John Madden. Boom, tough acting, 10 acting. I think it was an Antacid commercial. I don't even know what they were selling. Just know the jingle. I think that's why commercials were so successful in the 90s and the 2000s. They all had a jingle. can come from any direction except above and from the sides. I think I'll finally finish my bridge troll video. I put on pause a long time ago. Bum, bum, bum. My name's Harold, 92 years old. What's going on, Grin? We're past the halfway point of the week. Just got 2 more work days. Unless you work weekends, then what I'm saying is not applicable. New WoW season just came out Tuesday. Like, Season of Discovery? Or just regular classic? Or are you talking about retail? Retail? Okay. I haven't played retail since, I think the end of Shadowlands. No, I think it was near I think it was like the second major patch of Shadowlands is when I stopped playing retail. It's just as I'm sitting here laying on a bridge, just waiting for people to cross. It's gonna be weird to say. It's like I don't have time to spend on World of Warcraft. There's bridges to be trolled. It's addicting for that's what me and my friends would always say. It's like when you start playing WoW, it's like you put the needle in your arm. I'd actually be more interested in just running my own private classic server, because I don't know if you've seen it, but there's some guy who used basically AI to populate a private classic WoW server with basically bots. So it seems like there's people playing, but they're all bots, and they all act like normal players would, which both interests me and terrifies me at the same time, because it just kind of contributes to the dead internet theory. 2v1 me Dota right now, smoke both of you. I'm sure you would. Came back to WoW talk. If there was 5 of me, I'd still lose. Yeah, I mean, if it was League of Legends, I'd stand a chance, but Dota 2, I probably wouldn't have I wouldn't know any clue how to build stuff or build around certain champs or counter champs. So hell, even in League, I wouldn't know now, because they've added so many different champs. You played Counter-Strike with Adam Crook tonight? That was dope. Oh, that's pretty cool. I've played a little bit of competitive Counter-Strike this last year. Not a lot, though. Yeah, he needed a carry. I'm sure you carried. I'm sure you probably had I'm sure you were a bottom frag. 2-kill Andy. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Thanks, TikTok, for blocking people's chats without telling me what exactly they said or who said it. And even the person who said it doesn't know that they're filtered. Thanks. Filter this. What's going on, Jeff? And finally stream War Dogs this coming weekend. I'm looking forward to that. It'll be a whole new world to bridge troll in. Actually played Warzone today, enjoyed myself. Tomorrow is pro wrestling and NFL. Oh yeah, that's right. When's the last week of the preseason? It should be the weekend of Labor Day, right? I should probably figure out when my one of my fantasy league drafts is supposed to be, because I haven't heard any scheduling on that. It's considered week 2 preseason, so 2 more weeks after this. Got it. I'm in no fantasy leagues, and that makes me sad. I want to kind of do like a dynasty league. Those can be fun. Yeah, it's only fun. Dynasty leagues only work though when you have everyone dedicated to the league, or else it just doesn't work. Hey, what's going on, Dubs? I just want remind everyone that Dubs bullied Harold. He's killed Harold many times, shot him in the back of the head. I think it's, or is it just Dubs? Forgot what I put it. Yeah, there's the clip of him killing Harold in cold blood. Dubs don't have a raid emote. That's fine. I don't even think I even have a raid emote. Going on, FA? Agent Samuel, how's it going? Taunts. Appreciate the raid, Dubs. Hope you're doing well. Have you, are you looking to play some War Dogs this weekend, Dubs? Or are you still got the World of Tanks spiel? Fortnite's actual game was Save the World. Yeah, I was actually waiting because they said that they were going to make the Save the World version free. And then they never actually fucking did that. I was waiting for that version of the game for the longest time. I feel like Harold probably deserved it. I mean, look at what you're doing right now. Well, this was... Okay, so this was when Sakal was in that beta test phase. Or the creator-only phase. And I met Dubs in game. And we were on a long adventure. And then we're sitting by a fire. Shoots Harold in the back of the head. Puts him down like an old dog. Think you're gonna check it out? I would if you like like a slower version of Battlefield, kind of like Squad or Hell Let Loose, I think you guys will like War Dogs. Because I've been playing it since May and I've been enjoying it. It's just that they didn't allow you to stream it. They're not allowed. Basically, this weekend is the first opportunity for you to stream it. And they said because in order to get into the beta this weekend, you have to pre-order it unless you've already got access. And they said if you don't like it, you can just return it after this weekend. Did anyone end up crossing last night? No, it got really late, and then the server population dropped substantially, so no one crossed. So fingers crossed somebody shows up relatively soon. Yeah, I just disarmed the claymore. It's deployed. I just gotta wait to push the button. Sorry if I something no mean. I think you mean sorry if you say something you don't mean. I assume English is not your primary language, which is fine. He's Finnish. Ah, gotcha. He's got the Finnish guarantee. I still remember that from the what was it, the summer Namalsk with the piss rain? What's going on, Smoke? Good to see you.
You can be second, you can be third, fourth, hell, you can be fifth.
Can even be fifth. Summer Dino Cheesecake Namalsk Jungle. You forgot Deluxe. Definitely Deluxe. Oh, man. I'll take 2 Mr. Cokes. Tell me you've heard that. It sounds familiar. I just don't remember what it's from. Alright, Tansa, have a good night. Classic prank call. My friend sent it to me over 20 years ago when I was in... I think that was that way, wasn't it? No, that's that way. Well, we know where somebody's at. Sent it to me over 20 years ago when I was incredibly high and it wrecked me. I'll have to look that up. It sounds familiar, though. Back when prank calls were harmless and good for a laugh. I think the last great prank phone call is the Super Slam, with the one with the John Cena calling the lady and her family about the Super Slam. I think that was the last good prank, phone prank. There's a Jerky Boys soundboard where they kept referencing this guy named Nelson, so I used to prank a high school friend who we all called Nelson. Or Nelson. He's probably super self-conscious about his name now. He bullied that poor kid named Nelson. Pretty sure he's a bounty hunter now. He's Dog the Bounty Hunter? Is that what you're saying? Nelson Dog the Bounty Hunter. One possibility too is maybe there was 3 people that were at that fight up on that hill. 2 were a duo. One of the duo. One of the duo died, and so now this guy's gonna run back across this bridge to bring his friend's stuff back. What'd everyone have for dinner tonight? I had a nice New York strip steak for dinner. Hummus, whole grain cookies, carrots, cheese, pickled onions. That sounds like a weird combination. Like, was that all mixed together, or they're like all some of it like separated? You got 4 pounds of bacon tonight at $2.99 a pound. Nice. Girl dinner. Can you draw that dinner for me on MS Paint and post it in Discord for me, FA? That'd be great, so I can imagine what it looked like. Found this grocery store that actually has FD. Are there no? I'm surprised there's no like butcher where you live, DB, that you could find like cuts of meat directly from like the butcher rather than going through like a grocery store. Yeah, I would definitely recommend checking that out, because we started going directly to a butcher for a lot of our meat outside of getting meat at Costco, and it just seems like it's a lot better quality and a lot cheaper than some of the stuff you get at the grocery store. Is it a placebo effect? It could be. I don't know. You know, I'm looking to save a buck, brother. Yeah. Maybe they'll sponsor you. I'm powered by bacon, brother. Get your cuts of meat here. They'll airship it to your house. I don't know how you could say that, brother. I couldn't do that in that city, I'll tell you what. It'd be very upsetting if I saw somebody cross the fucking tube over there. Because it'd be like, God damn it. I got to troll some Prop 13 beneficiaries on Nextdoor every day. I couldn't do that anywhere else. Dude, the Nextdoor social media platform, it's like if you were to inject people on Facebook with like conspiracy theories and paranoia times like 100. Did anyone hear this noise that happened at like 3 o'clock in this area? Why were there police over here at this area at this time of day? What was going on? Like, I like whenever I see like an accident on like the freeway or I see like police officers in an area, my first instinct is not to like gawk and look. It's my instinct is if it's important, it'll be on the fucking news or there'll be a news article about it. Other than that, it's not my fucking business. But everyone's like, where's that? What's going on over there? This person spotted walking down. Yeah. I flipped the accident off chaotic neutral. I don't care whose fault it is. Fuck you. So safe is off a bunch of gossip. Well, that's pretty much what the Nextdoor app is. The Nextdoor app is basically, it's like it centralizes all because your feed is based on where you live, and so you're basically the most people that are on there is like elderly people and people trying to scam the elderly people. Because it's always like, you know, people saying that they had like, and I'm sure there's some legitimate people that have issues that they want to have resolved, but I'm damn sure majority of the people that are on there asking for stuff are people just trying to swindle the other people that are on there. Because all you have to do is log into that app once and all you see are complaints and people like trying to snoop on their neighbors. That's all it is. Outside of like the you know, general discussion about politics that goes nowhere. So I mean, if you want to be, I would say if you want to be entertained, I would say look at your Nextdoor app and see what your neighbors are saying. But it's like brain rot. I'd say it's worse than brain rot. I troll them constantly. I will return to it when my ban is lifted tomorrow. The fact that that you have been banned from there already does not surprise me, DB. But yeah, it's definitely like they because when you go on Facebook, a lot of the stuff you see on Facebook is ads and then like older folks on Facebook that discovered it late. And then basically people are just using it to keep up with their relatives. But it's like as if you remove a lot of the ads and localize it, that's basically Nextdoor. That's all it is. It's almost the exact same thing with the different skin. Actually, I wouldn't even be surprised if Nextdoor was owned by Facebook. I feel like the maximum amount of people that would cross this bridge at one time would probably be like a duo. Whereas like on the dam bridge, I feel like usually you see like groups of like 3 or 4 or more. Outside of like solos and duos.
What's in the fucking box?
Hey, Makarin Games, thanks for the follow. Or not follow, for the raid, my bad. Hey, what's going on, Thick? I don't know why I said follow. Going on, JC. What map were you on? We're just hanging out here on this bridge, you know, just waiting for some lucky participants to cross the bridge here. What's going on, Isaac? I need to update the fucking map. Yeah, we got a claymore set up by the police car over there. Hidden in some grass. This will be the first time I've used a claymore on this bridge. Normally I use it on the dam bridge over there. I remember I had Jorbo carrying a claymore. Later I asked for it. He had just dropped it. I would be so sad if I was with somebody and then they dropped a fucking claymore. They're just like, oh, I didn't need it. I will literally drop important supplies for explosives in DayZ. I'll do it for bear traps. I'll do it for explosives. I'll I'll divert an entire adventure for explosives. Yeah, it definitely would make me turbo sad if someone I was with dropped a claymore on the ground. I want to watch you blow some poor freshie's brains apart. Well, I mean, we're not close. I'd say we're not like super close to the spawn area. I mean, we're close enough that we could see a freshie if they ran from spawn. But usually at this point, you usually get people that are somewhat ready to hit passage. Usually they got like the survival gear, and then the next step is like military, the first level of military gear. Because there's the military over there, And then everything basically north of the bridge is military. I have basically have 2-3 hours worth of and this is after I've cut up the footage of 2 to 3 hours worth of just blowing people up in Deadfall. I was working on a YouTube video for it, and then I just got disenfranchised with DayZ for a while. Basically waiting since the beginning of stream, so it's only been an hour. I mean, I've waited longer. I think the longest I've waited before somebody showed up was I think it was 12 hours once. And that was during a 24-hour stream. You mean disenchanted? Disenfranchised? Disenchanted? Dysentery? I don't remember which word it is. You're a patient man, yeah. Derailed the adventure for an explosive, yep. You can die from only one of those. Yeah. What's going on, Chody? Right when you pressed enter, add. Yeah. Sorry about that. Look at this guy just got here already whining about the ads. Fortunately, ads is what makes the world go round, apparently. We gotta get our... I don't even know what does Twitch advertise? Or what advertisers are on Twitch these days? I don't remember I think the last time I've seen an ad on Twitch was back when you could back then you could purposely watch ads to earn bits. After a month of that, they stopped it because people were spamming watching ads to get bits. But I think at that point it was Ritz crackers or something. It was Ritz bits, or I forgot what, or maybe it was Cheez-Its. How's everything going, Thick? How's work? I think yesterday we only really had to wait an hour before the first person showed up. And then I fumbled hard because of the stupid clicking bug. We're just done 8 12-hour shifts back to back. Now got 2 days off. Nice. Gonna make the most of it. Well, that's good. Although 8 12-hour shifts does sound pretty rough. Especially with them being back to back. Yeah, he was talking, it was like last week or the week before, he was talking about how he had to go ride in a helicopter to go to like this prison island that had a bunch of unsavory characters that he had to basically be a bouncer for. It was crazy. Was Leo there? I don't think it was Shutter Island, so I don't think Leo was there. And I think Shutter Island was a insane asylum. I don't think it was a prison. Sometimes there's Leos around. I swear, I feel like I'm going to see somebody crossing that pipe over there. I'm just going to be like, God damn it. Dude, I'd imagine like laying on a steel girder like this would be super cold. Or super hot. Well, I mean, it's in this overcast sky. I feel like it would be cold. But if it was in the sun, it'd be like, yeah, super hot. Me and the wife, we went to see Spider-Man when it came out. And then we pre-ordered we ordered our tickets already for Avengers Doomsday, but apparently like places are already selling out, and that's like the movie doesn't come out till fucking December. That shit's crazy. Is Doomsday going to be the story of Von Doom swapping bodies with Tony Stark? That's what people are saying, and I'm familiar with that comic book story where where Tony essentially gets his body taken over by Doom when they're like, I think when they're like teenagers or when they're in college, and then Tony, like the real Tony Stark that's in Doom's body becomes Doom, and then the guy who's in Tony Stark's body becomes Iron Man, but then Iron Man, the real Iron Man, gets his ass beat. Hey, what's going on, Bonkertons? Thank you for the raid, man. Carl. How was T-Lo, as the kids call it. The T-Lo. We're doing good, brother. We got an explosive on the bridge, waiting for somebody to cross. You finished part 1. How many times is this How many times have you finished part 1? I feel like you've beaten that game like a bajillion times. What's going on, Norstedt? Bonk told us this would be a nice, uneventful stream where no hijinks happen. That sounds about right. Look at that! Look at that baby punch from DB. Only 1,571 damage. Look at that baby punch. I have no idea. I've been trying to beat all of them in a row, though I have kept failing. This is like attempt 30. So are you doing like a no? Is it a no hit or a no death run through all of them? No death, kill all. Okay, got it. Got it. If I die, I go back to the start of part 1. That's right. Are you doing? Is it like a speed run thing, or is it you're just trying to see if you can do it? If he dies in the game, he dies for real. Reminds me of the time South Park made fun of Inception. If you die in the dream, dun, 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 you die for real. Dun, 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 dun. Is there a speedrun category for that? I feel like there would be. I remember when people used to make Inception trailers for everything. I mean, it honestly feels like all the movies now use the same high bass suspense music for their trailers. Like, it just seems like every movie does that these days, outside of like comedy movies. And it just seems like I'm always reminded of Inception, because it seems like Inception like started that, when I don't think it did. It just feels like they did. I'm just horrible at speedrunning. That's fair. About to do the same thing on Metro. I don't think I've played any of the Metro games. I prefer those Lifetime Marvista trailers where you get the entire plot in a movie and a half. Or in a minute and a half. I don't know why I said movie and a half. This summer, one man, one girl, and a monkey. I miss those trailers. Like the deep voiceover guy doing it for all the different movies that came out. In a world full of monkeys, one man and a woman coming of age. Don LaFontaine. I feel like a lot of tropes from like the 90s and 2000s are ripe for a return. Bravo, voice actor streamer. I'm terrible at I can do voices like temporarily, and then I just can't do them consistently. I feel like the trope that disappeared around 2000s was narrating the movie. Like every trailer is more or less scenes with no other context. Well, that's what I mean. It's like like the Inception trailer, right? Like it's just high bass suspense music. Like anytime like the suspense is supposed to rise, right? Like they cut to a scene, the bass rises, it drops. They cut to another scene, the bass rises, drop. Like it's the same concept, and then it like builds up to like a reveal of like a certain character, or they say a witty line in the movie, or the catchphrase of the movie, and then it pans to the title of the movie, and then it gives you like another split second of a scene in the movie. It's the same thing in every trailer. If it works, why fix it, brother? I mean, the reason why it works, though, is because one person decided it worked, and so they, in isolation, yes, it works. And I say this about the same thing about, like, I don't know if you've seen all these AI thumbnails lately where they literally all use the same fucking paintbrush stroke or paintbrush font and the same dark colors. But in isolation, it looks great. But as soon as everyone starts using it, it just gets lost. And it's more noise. You were there when they... Yes, I was there when they decided. I was there when they fully committed to it, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, good perspective. Yep, exactly. Gotta use the same goddamn font. The dude that does the voices for the DCC books? What's DCC books? You're saying DC comic books? Oh, Dungeon Crawler Carl. I have no idea who that is. One dude does voices for like 30 characters. Got it. So he's like, was it Tyler Perry, but for book characters? Voices. Got it. I'd imagine that'd be very taxing to have to do like 30 different voices. Because I'd assume he wouldn't be like switching between all the voices in real time, or is that what they're actually doing? They're switching it in real time. Oh boy. A new new word I get to ban on stream because of the stupid bots promoting their bot viewers. I know there are videos out there of Jeff Hayes doing them, but I don't know if it's real time. I'm not sure how you can manage that. Yeah. We love a good word ban. When the word ban is a URL for chat bots or view bots or whatever the hell they're selling. It's a bad word. Well, I usually set it up with a streamer bot, because what I'll do is I'll allow auto mod on Twitch to allow it through, but then I'll have streamer bot auto. Basically, I have a script that will just auto ban anyone who says it. Because I don't know why Twitch doesn't allow me to just auto ban it through Twitch. So I gotta basically let it through the gate before I can just auto ban it. It's almost like a honeypot. Almost, not really though. Speaking of which, I need to get one of those set up. Bots? No, a honeypot. In my case, it'd be I'd set up a network honeypot. So basically, like, you make it so that it seems like there's open ports on my network, and so you just collect the data of people trying to like break in, and then you're like, okay, well now I know all these people are bad, and then you just block them all on your actual network. So that way the noise won't even, or they can't even like try and brute force their way in. A pretty neat trick to do. I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can set up honeypots too. Like I've seen ones where you can you basically put like a file on your desktop, or you can put a file somewhere on your computer, and if anyone accesses it, it basically sends like an alert to like your email or your phone. So if you're ever like, if you share a computer, or or if somebody accesses your network or your computer, finds a backdoor in your computer, you can easily figure out. It's like, oh, shit's compromised. Time to break everything. As soon as you open anything to the web these days, it's only a matter of seconds before it gets hit. I mean, it's not like instantaneous. Like it takes, because like scanners still take a while to pick up on traffic and port scans, or pick up on open ports. Because there's a lot of port scanning that's done like constantly over the internet, but a lot of there are a lot of providers out there that notice that traffic, and then they'll just kill it. Yeah, a lot is legit. Yeah, there's some legitimate ones, but there's also a lot of obviously illegitimate ones. You still need port 22 for SSH on the web just to watch. Yeah. It's 20 like port 22, and before that it was like Telnet. Like those two ports were like the worst ports to leave open because like everyone was checking those fucking ports everywhere. Now people like move them, or there's jump boxes set up, bastion hosts and whatnot. I almost want to set up like, I wish there was noisemakers you could set up. Like you set up like a tripwire at that side of the bridge that like sets off like a noisemaker or something. And I just basically just alt tab and play something else while I sit here and wait. Can do a tripwire with a smoke or a flare? Yeah. Wait, can you do a flare? Huh. I didn't know you could do a flare. I mean, it makes sense you could do a flare. I don't think I ever even tried it. Got hit with a flare tripwire the other day on Volsk and was pretty confused. I was playing with, I ran into Chowder one time on, I think it was Namalsk. And I've wanted to do this ever since me and him did this, but we basically knocked out a freshie, and he had a vest on him, and this was the funniest thing I've seen one of the funniest things I've seen on DayZ, where Chowder he basically just pulled a bunch of smoke grenades and attached it to the guy's vest. So when he fucking woke up, he was just like, there was just multiple smoke grenades just emanating from this dude. And he was just so confused because like he didn't notice that they were on, like physically on him as they were going off. So I haven't done it since then, but I want to try and do that again, where you knock somebody out and you get like, you fill up all the grenade slots with open smoke grenades. It'd be the most disorienting thing you can do to somebody outside of like a flashbang. One day, someone will cross, and it will be glorious. Or it'll be for some reason, like the Claymore will miss them or some shit. And it'll be ultra sad. I'm gonna disappear for a bit and get that Metro dream happening. I shall pop back in soon if something pops up I want to know. Yeah, I'll let you know. It'll probably be clipped. Enjoy your Metro Dream. Gonna live like a king today? Nice. Hopefully you get to eat like one too. I think before I had a ghillie wrap on my shotgun. And this guy took the ghillie wrap. Guy I fucked up trying to kill yesterday. Shit, I'm the cook, so I'll make sure to make a nice juicy steak later with all the right sides. Nice. Ba, 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 ba. I'm glad the mouse I have doesn't, like the mouse 1 button doesn't overhang the side of the mouse. Because I guarantee I probably would have accidentally set off the fucking claymore. Because sometimes when my mouse hits my keyboard, it would click on the last mouse I had. Because the mouse overhung the, or basically was like the edge. Oh man. Ooh. My dubs have a good one. I was behind. It's probably at the prison. Should probably use the restroom. Alright, you guys watch the bridge. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Alright. How many people crossed while I was gone? Be right back. All right. Did I miss anybody? Oh, Chody caught the clam pearl. Hey, what's going on, Sosa? Why isn't it... The fuck? Why isn't... Oh, shit, I missed your chats. It got buried under everything else, my bad. Did not get anyone yet. So you're saying you don't care? Would have made such a fucked up attorney. Yeah. This bridge is sick, cool as fuck. What's going on, boss fight? Could use a good office manager or assistant manager here to manage the bridge. Oh. Need to get this chair lowered. Need to get a different... You could use your assistant manager and stop trusting him and fire your best... Hey, you gotta keep people on their toes. Gotta keep people on their toes, you know? I would help you, but then I would try to homie hop if you got killed. Well, I'm not too worried about that FA, because You know, all we have to do is just get in a Pictionary battle with the other team. And then they'll see how bad you are at guessing things, and then they won't accept you as a new homie. Sketch on SOS sketch on site. Turbo, welcome to the Bridge Troll family. I started the Bridge Troll family, alright? I've been bridge trolling eons and eons ago. He was there when the deep magics were written. Hey, Super Hidden Troll, thanks for the follow. Didn't realize I wasn't following, yeah. That's okay. I remember in Battlefield 2. Look at that, FA wasn't even following me. I guess we had to draw FA instructions on how to get to the follow button. Should have to do something, redeem the little guy that pokes you with a stick. Yeah. I'm also gonna revamp the punch button, and I'm gonna have it do a different animation for different animations and sounds for depending on what level.
What?
Depending on what level punch you hit. Look at that. FA actually has 3 hits now. Ring, ring, ring with the bell. Well, Chody only hit me for 2,816. That's weak. That's a weak hit. As B would say, pussy. Pussy. Which reminds me of the time in the in the tunnels over there. It was me, B, and DB. Just me yelling, pussy. Look at that. DB hitting like a weakling too. Like less than 3,000. That was open fist. Okay, got it. Forceful caress. Yeah, where are the fudgicles? Damn it. Where's my burrito? Oh, that's a look, that's a hit. That's what it do, Yugi. That's what it do. That's not how that works. That's what it do, Yugi. They didn't put me in every single From Software game you've ever for nothing. Dude, some of those boss fights in the Dark Soul series are pretty nuts. Although it always seems like the best strategy to use for every boss is dodge, roll under boss, attack combo, roll, dodge, roll, attack combo. Got some cleaning to do? Alright. Hopefully it's enjoyable cleaning. Sometimes cleaning feels I don't know why I want to say enlightening, but it feels liberating, I feel like sometimes when you're cleaning. Straightening up your bridge. Got it. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. And I can't believe I know the cost of memory has like gone up a lot, but I didn't know like the cost of even SATA disks have gone up in price. One of my NAS drives is starting to fail. So I looked up, I was like, all right, how much does it cost to get a replacement drive? And it's like $400. I was like, fuck. I think I only paid like, I paid like 180 for it when I got it. I mean, the good thing is even if it fails, like, I'll still, I won't lose the data as long as not another drive fails. How effective I ended up buying used drives. Yeah, I've been looking on eBay because I've been looking at just building, because I'm using a QNAP NAS, and I want to build like my own, just using I'm looking at buying, like, trying to look for like older workstations on like eBay that have like a lot of drive bays, and then just, and I someone posted a video about how they bought, instead of SATA drives, they bought SAS drives, which I thought was smart. And so I was like, okay, now I need to find SAS drives, which are relatively cheaper new, but you can buy like lots of them on eBay for pretty cheap. So I've been looking for like a chassis that can handle a lot of drives, so I could just build a giant NAS, like a custom built NAS instead of a pre-built NAS. Turn them into a hypervisor and run the storage off of that. Well, so I have another box that I bought. I bought like an old HP Elite desk that I turned into like a Docker container, basically a hypervisor, and I run a lot of microservices out of that. But I want to effectively either replace my NAS or just basically supplement it. I mean, I'll probably ended up supplementing it until storage prices come back down. I appreciate that Prime sub, Chody. But yeah, I was able to. I threw in an NVIDIA A2000 that has 12 gigs of video memory into that HP EliteBook, so I'm able to also run like my own, like basically my own ChatGPT locally. Which is pretty neat. I don't need I don't need to use no water to cool my HP EliteBook. Or Elite Desk, not EliteBook. I don't know why I'm saying EliteBook. It's Elite Desk. I just got banished to Adland. So I just got some of the infra stood up to do exactly this, but the response to the chat is hit and miss. Not sure how to tune that stuff. What models are you using? Because I've noticed the same thing, like the some of the models aren't obviously up to par with like ChatGPT or like um, like Gemini and whatnot. I assume you're using like OpenUI. Cycle through a few, Gemma, DeepSeek, and some others. Yeah, I have to look at what I have. Because I'm thinking of doing a system where you essentially use a more expensive model, and you can use this on like, you could do it on Claude, or you could do it on one of the other platforms like Gemini or Codex, and then you have that like orchestrate it, but when it needs to like build code, it goes and you can have it point to like your local server and have like all the heavy complex work done on that using like DeepSeek or like some other coding model. So that way you're not like spending money on like Gemini and whatnot, or on the Codex or Claude. Using Notebook LLM with OLL Mama Python API. Gotcha. I think I'm using just the open, what is it? The Open Web UI? What's the name of it? Yeah, Open Web UI. And I can use models that are up to like 12 gigs. Not even 13. You can do higher models technically, but then it'll start chugging, because instead of using video memory, it's going to use your basically your processor memory. And it goes like, I tried running it without a graphics card in it, and it, like, I put in a prompt and it would literally take like 5 minutes for it to complete. And it was like something basic, like I was asking it for like a recipe for to make bread or something like that. But then as soon as I popped in the NVIDIA A2000 into it, dude, it was like done. I was like, oh, kind of wild how much slower running them on CPU RAM is. Yeah, well, I mean, that's because graphics cards have leapfrogged CPU and regular memory by leaps and bounds. Because isn't graphics card memory already on like DDR7? And GPU processing is just a lot. It handles complexity a lot more than CPU processing. I remember it was like 10-15 years ago, there was a lot of talk about how computers eventually will just not have CPU and memory. It'll just have GPU and memory. Give a GPU in your fridge like part of its system. I mean, if you have a display in your TV, in your fridge, that would make sense. It runs exponentials and trinomials for every permutation to keep food optimal temp. I think my fridge actually will do that if you have to manually type in what food you have in the fridge. Nah, dude, DB, you being full of shit. No. Impossible. Reality is not as fun as to discuss as the disassociation I've created. Man, where are all these paid actors that I paid to come across this bridge? I need to go get my money back. This is egregious. I think when I looked earlier, the population was like 5. I think a lot of people just cross north of the dam by Incubate. Yeah. I mean, there's more people on now than there were earlier. But usually, like, the weirdest thing is, like, every time I come to this bridge, there's usually somebody here. And usually people cross this bridge because it's like an easy way to get food before you hit north or hit south. I forget the north and south are backwards on this map. You guys have more time on here than me, but this was the last crossing I learned about. I'm all, like, this is my first time really trying to troll on this bridge with the Claymore. Most of the time I'm on the dam over there. One day we need to get a big group together and hold down 3 crossings. Yeah, we need radios for that. Have 3 detonators, guys, and 2 teams of 2 floaters. Yeah. I'd say you'd have the 3 detonators. You have 2 teams of 2 floaters, and then you have 1 team that's essentially like the loot managers. Like, they basically are responsible for pulling the loot from like the victims and then distributing them to the other the teams. That's like 9 people though. You could cycle people in and out. I know not many people are as dedicated to the bridge troll cause as others. Oh shit. Accidentally fucking clicked, almost. I right clicked and I was about to left click. Damn near basketball team. Is your name on Nextdoor also Deathbringer TTV? Oh, no. Well, it should. Deathbringer ND. My friend's father found my account there and told me I should run for district supervisor. You can be the next Mandami. Actually fix shit. Filling potholes and setting up grocery stores that people can afford. I know, it's like it's almost like the government hasn't been doing its job for the last fucking 100 years. Or almost the exact reply to someone on Nextdoor. They come back and something about how many people were killed in the communist revolution. I'm not. Yeah, it's weird how people will be caught up on semantics of some things and they don't want to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. They just want to they want to be right so much that they'll focus on the one thing that they think will make them win the argument, because that's all they want to do is win an argument. It's like, I got you with my logic. I got you. Okay, now what? We haven't. Nothing has been solved. Congratulations. You didn't really win the argument. I just gave up arguing with you because you're a fucking idiot. Yeah, ad hominem attacks, exactly. I always found it funny, like, and this is back in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, when people started like posting about history and political stuff. And some of these people I was in like history class with, and I'm like, here you are talking and preaching about all this stuff, And I remember for a goddamn fact that you did not pay attention in history class at all and didn't understand any of the concepts. And now you're preaching like you're the person that understood everything that happened. And that was like also the first time when I started, like, that was back when I like had the energy to argue with people and debate people. And I ran into the first person that said, do your own research. When I asked for, like, I was like, hey, can I understand where you're getting this information? And they just throw the do your own research in your face. And you're like, what? I'm just asking how you got this information. It's not that I'm trying to say that your argument is wrong. I just want to understand your point of view. And since then, I've kind of just been, I've really not felt like debating people about politics. Uh, for what it's worth, the Fantex Etho Pro 2 can fit like 20 drives. 2.5 or 3.5? Because I was looking at the Roswell ones, and I think that one I think that was like 11 3.5 drives. And they were hot swappable. I mean, I don't really care for hot swappable drives, but I'm sure when I'm having to do any type of work on the machine, I feel like dealing with hot swappable drives are a lot easier to deal with in the long run. That, and I feel like at most I want to deal with like his 10 drives anyways. Hell, I might even just stop at 6. 'Cause I think RAID 5, they said, is like best for up to 7 drives, and anything after that is like RAID 6, but RAID 6 is slower. Something like ZFS, the minimum is 6. I'm probably gonna budget out or price out how much it would cost for the amount of storage I want. I forgot how much storage I have right now. I have I have 21 terabytes, so that's, I think I have, is it 6 terabytes do I have? I think that's what I have. Yeah, I think I have 6 terabytes. No. I have 8 terabytes. Yeah, that's how much I have right now. RAID 5 is parity and striped? I don't think it's striped. Man, I used to do striped. Back when you only could do SATA drives, or what they called PATA, or I called IDE, or striping drives, for trying to get as much performance as you could get. It's like fucking. It's like we're going fast, but at what cost? Good thing is I don't think I ever had to deal with one drive crashing when I ran RAID 0. I even tried running RAID 0 with NVMe drives, but then I discovered that you actually don't get any performance boost with RAID 0ing NVMe drives, which made me sad. I also have I do have like an older Synology like 2-bay NAS I could use, but I didn't realize. Oh, you didn't realize that? I work in Oh, I thought I saw somebody for a sec. No, it's just a tree. I've been working in IT and cybersecurity for like 20 years now. And before that, like, I built my first computer when I was like 10. So like building computers and everything in between that and enterprise setups is basically what I'm really good at. Pretty much the world I live in too. Yeah, it's as I like to call it, I live in a world of paranoia. That's basically what I tell people I work with. I'm perpetually paranoid of everything. I'm deploying a clustered hypervisor while we wait for your victim. Nice. I haven't touched hypervisors outside of like hobby related hypervisors in a while. I saw there was a new like it's almost like running your own AWS, but it's like an open source Linux management system that you can it's Proxmox. I think it's Proxmox. Is Proxmox open source? I heard about it recently. I thought it was really neat. Like you could just basically it's essentially like running your own AWS built on Debian. Yeah, that's exactly it. I remember hearing, I heard about it like a couple months ago. I was like, wow, that sounds really good because you could deploy to bare metal, which I thought was really cool. Harold, is that you? It's me, Harold. I'm 92 years old. That's the platform I'm trying to get my employer to switch to. Yeah. I mean, when I looked at it, I was like, it looks like a really good thing to deal with, because having to deal with AWS outages is a pain in the ass. Then you can go to your own providers, handle your own hardware. I mean, you're essentially trading OPEX for CAPEX. Or is it the other way around? Can't remember. Gotta handle your own hardware. You'd be surprised in some enterprise setups on how things are run. There's a lot of horror stories I could talk about that I can't talk about. That I'm sure Chody has seen that he can't talk about. Which is why I don't that's why I'd rather just program my own stuff than download stuff from what other people are like, yeah, it works. Why don't you have the code posted on GitHub? Yeah, it works. I don't know if I trust you. And that's why all the GitHub projects I work on that I let people use, like the DayZ stuff that I vibe coded, I have the code posted so that you could see what it is, and you can even just recompile it yourself if you wanted. Looking at you, Microslop. Dude, it's actually starting to get more and more, as SteamOS gets more and more traction, I feel like maybe not by 2030, but by 2040, I feel like Linux is going to be taking over in terms of consumer operating systems. Because SteamOS has basically railroaded a big chunk of the internet, which is like gamers. People kind of hate me for this opinion, but I wish we had native ports, not Proton. Native ports, not Proton. What do you mean? Networking is probably my weakest subject in information systems. I know how to do basic configurations of a firewall, but outside of that, I'm kind of dumb when it comes to networking. Yeah, Steam has achieves what it does with the what's effective web framework to run virtualized versions again instead of running them. Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's what you mean. Okay. When you said native ports, in my head, for some reason, I thought you were talking about network ports. And when you said Proton, I was thinking of like the VPN Proton. And I was like, my brain just like short circuited. I didn't realize you were talking about Proton as in like the Steam OS Proton. Got it. That makes a lot more sense. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like, you want actual like games that are programmed for Linux and not necessarily running through a basically almost like an emulator per se. Is what you mean. Yeah, I think everyone would prefer native ports. I don't know why people would hate on you for that opinion. I think it's a good the way it is now, I think it's a good segue to get to that point. And I think a lot of the I think with the way Unreal Engine, Unity, and Godot, the directions they're going, they're having more Linux support. So that way, not only will it out of the box be able to games to be able to support it natively out the box, they don't have to necessarily port it because it's already going to be supported by it. I don't want 100 libraries of the same thing on my system. Yeah, I understand that. Especially with how fucking with the amount of libraries that have been compromised in the last even the last like 6 months. It's crazy the amount of libraries that have been compromised. I feel like every time I look at the news, there's a new library that's been fucking hacked or somebody's credentials got stuffed. Bro, I get a question. What would you do if you're walking in the night? If I was walking in the night, I'd probably go home. Answered your question. And you hear the zombie is crying, would you go to why would I even be outside if there was zombies outside? That doesn't make any sense to me. Why would I be outside in the first place if there's zombies outside? Being outside at night when there's zombies sounds like the worst thing to do in the world. That's such a bizarre question too. Not if you have 4 gear? Huh? Night vision? Why would I be outside wasting batteries on night vision if there's zombies about? And I mean, if the zombie was crying, theoretically, it would still be crying forever. So I wouldn't even bother with it at night. Then I'd probably, during the day, get some binoculars and look and see why the zombie's crying. See if it was a zombie crying. And the only thing I can think of when I think of a crying zombie is the fucking witch from Left 4 Dead, which I would not even want to even go anywhere near that fucking thing. But are you talking about, for your original question, were you referring to just in the game DayZ or in real life? Because it sounded like your original question was like in real life. Oh, in the game? I would just think it's a player fucking with me. That's all I would think it is at night. Hope the Badlands is going to be good. I have zero expectations from Badlands, and I'm expecting to be disappointed. Because it still kind of sounds like they're cutting corners. Because they said for the map, they're disabling the default base building, which means that you can only build on their predefined structures, which is, in my opinion, a good thing overall. But them disabling it entirely on just the map just kind of seems like they're cutting corners. Is this your base? Yes, this is my base. Look at all the cars I have. They could add the zombie from Left 4 Dead. They can't even fix the current zombie or the current infected in DayZ. And I saw that they're changing the attack pattern finally for the infected in DayZ. Which is going to be interesting. But they've pretty much already come out and said that they don't want to spend the money to fix the infected, and that's why we're getting DayZ 2, because they'd rather just spend the money on building a new game, which will probably inherit a lot of the same problems. We told them to fix it, but they didn't listen. We didn't listen. All they care about is money. I don't even think they care about money because they could make a lot more money if they just chose to spend time on specific things. I think they're just poorly mismanaged. Poorly mismanaged, so they're managed well. Yes, exactly. The double negative. There you go, doing the DB thing. Being the grammar police. Someone's got to humble you. Yeah, exactly. Wonder if the new zombie attacks will include them actually trying to take a bite out of you. Well, I mean, that's not how it works in this universe, right? Like, you like, your character is immune, essentially, lore-wise. Like, that's the only reason why you're up and walking around and walking around with your brain while everyone else is insane, is because you're effectively immune from it. So that's why they're infected. They're not really zombies, because one, they're not technically dead, or they didn't die first and then rise from the grave, and it's not transmitted through like bites. I think lore-wise, it was it's transmitted through the air, or they're not sure how it was transmitted. I just know it's not through biting. But I get what you're saying. Like, if a bite attack. Many years ago, they showed an animation for a zombie tackling and pinning you down. Not that I think that this is that. Yeah. Well, doesn't look like anyone's shown up before the restart. I think we might switch to Mishima. That way we can still do some bridge trolling. I don't see why we want to stick around here. Hey, the gloves are here still. Hey, Derringer. Going on, Moist? Don't see anything to snag here. Probably better. Alright, let's switch to Hashima. Alright then. Been meaning to revisit this map. Had a lot of fun with it when it was initially released. Yeah. I always have fun with this map because it's just a land of bridges. Okay. Usually when it's quiet like this on Hashima, it usually means that somebody's probably camping the starting area. I haven't never found one of those coins that goes in those machines. Shotgun. You're a pig. Is that a bear? There's no escape, Mr. Pig. There's no escape. There's gonna be like no meat on this pig. Wait. Should probably eat first. Oh, never mind. I'll take the big pieces. Only you could attach the sheath to this belt. I saw someone for a second. Oh, those can actually go out those doors now? I think coming across stoves on this map is pretty common. Now, if I can just find like a BK-18, I'll be set. I don't think I need anything for sewing kit right now. You know, I just need a stove. Jesus. I think all the 7.62x39 rounds. Box is 308. A backpack. Food in it. Enough room for that. God damn it. Oh, I was wondering what that sound was. Come on, come this way. There we go. Oh, did it see me? I think it saw me. I guess not. There's a lot of shooting going on. God damn it. Why is it going all the way that way? Make it look like somebody went this way. I think the other infected I'm hearing is underground. Sounds like there's a player around. But I feel like they would have ran by. That's not good. I don't have a face cover or gloves. Spooky. But. Let's see. Your footsteps. Might be underneath, though. Uh-oh. I think that was underground. Can't see nothing. How does nighttime last? Doesn't last too much longer. How's the bridge champion go? We waited until restart on Deadfall, and so we've switched to Hashima. So right now it's obviously the middle of the nighttime on Hashima, and just waiting it out. How's your metro run going? Oh, Hashima's really good looking map. It's really well made. Daytime in the next like 5 minutes. Jeez, I like how when it gets nighttime on Hashima, the population just fucking falls off. People don't like the darker nights. What is the There's a War Dogs beta start. $1,700 UTC Friday. Oh, it's basically 10 a.m. on Friday. $10 a.m. Friday all the way. Well, 10 a.m. where I live. Does it end? 2 UTC Monday. Jesus, so it's only till 6 p.m. on Sunday for me. 7 p.m., sorry. Australia time? What's the UTC for Australia? +8. Are you +8 or +10.5? Well, what are you on Eastern Australia? Okay, so let's see. 1700 UTC is 5 p.m. UTC. So that would put it at 3 a.m. on Saturday is when it starts for you. 3 a.m. Holy moly, pretty much the entire population for the server just fell off a cliff when it hit nighttime. Well, it's midnight here, so I'm gonna call it. Call it here. And we'll be back. We might be on late tomorrow, but we'll definitely be back on Saturday.